Hello everyone and welcome to our another video on job interview training course. In this video, I will teach you how to prepare for a risk assessment interview. If you are applying for any risk related role in any organization, make sure to stay tuned to this video because I promise to help you pass your interview at the first attempt. And to achieve this objective, I'm sharing with you the top most important risk assessment job interview questions along with their sample answers. I will also let you know the purpose of asking each question from the hiring manager so you can create your answer by including all those important things that I will teach you in this video. Very quickly, before we get started, if you are watching my video for the first time, make sure to hit that subscribe button and also ring the notification bell so you won't miss any of our upcoming career focused content. Alright, let's jump in. So the first important question that you should need to prepare for is, can you explain the purpose of a risk assessment? Basically, the purpose of asking this particular question from your interviewer is that your interviewer wants to evaluate your understanding of the role risk assessments play in identifying, evaluating, and managing potential risk within a business. Okay, so how you can answer to this particular question is that, well, a risk assessment is a systematic process used to identify potential hazards, evaluate the likelihood of these risks occurring, and understand their potential impact on the business. The primary purpose is to minimize or eliminate risk by implementing appropriate control measures, ensuring the safety of employees, assets, and operations while also ensuring regulatory compliance. Question number 2. How do you prioritize risks once they have been identified? Basically, the purpose of asking this particular question from your interviewer is that your interviewer wants to gauge your ability to assess the severity and likelihood of different risks and how you would prioritize addressing them. So, how you can answer to this particular question is that, well, I prioritize risk by considering two key factors: the likelihood of the risk occurring and the potential impact it could have on the organization. High probability, high impact risks receive immediate attention and mitigation strategies, while lower priority risks are monitored and addressed in a timely manner. I use risk matrices and scoring systems to quantify and rank risk based on these criteria. Question number 3. Can you describe the steps involved in conducting a risk assessment? Basically, the purpose of asking this particular question from your interviewer is that your interviewer wants to evaluate your familiarity with the standard procedures of risk assessment and your ability to follow a structured approach. So how you can answer to this particular question is that, well, the risk assessment process typically involves 5 key steps. The first step involves identifying potential sources of harm or risk. In second step, likelihood and impact of each risk is determined. In third step, we rank the risks based on severity and decide which ones need immediate action. In fourth step, we develop and execute strategies to mitigate the identified risks. The fifth step is review and monitor, where we need to continuously monitor the effectiveness of control measures and update the assessment as necessary. Question number 4. How would you handle a situation where stakeholders disagree on the severity of a risk? Basically, the purpose of asking this particular question from your interviewer is that your interviewer wants to assess your communication and negotiation skills in managing disagreements and finding solutions that align with the organization's objective. So how you can answer to this particular question is that, well, in situations where stakeholders disagree on the severity of a risk, I would first gather all relevant data and evidence to provide an objective analysis of the risk. Then I would facilitate a discussion with all stakeholders, allowing everyone to voice their concerns. Using the data, I would clarify the potential impacts and likelihood of the risk, helping to align the group towards a consensus or compromise. Open communication and a fact-based approach usually lead to a shared understanding. Question number 5. What tools or software have you used for risk assessment and management? Basically, the purpose of asking this particular question from your interviewer is that your interviewer wants to evaluate your familiarity with tools and software used for risk assessment to gauge your technical skills in managing risk effectively. So how you can answer to this particular question is that, well, I have used several risk management tools, including Microsoft Excel for simple risk matrices and scoring systems, and more advanced software like RSA Archer, RiskWatch, and Metric Stream for comprehensive risk assessments and mitigation tracking. These tools help in documenting, tracking, and reporting risks, as well as evaluating the effectiveness of mitigation efforts over time. So, there you have it, 5 most important risk assessment job interview questions along with their sample answers. Always remember that practice makes perfect. So, take these answers as a starting point and tailor them to your own experiences and skills. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe our channel Knowledge Topper and also gives a thumbs up as well. You can also share it with anyone you think could benefit from it. And don't forget to leave a comment below if you have any questions or suggestions for future video topics. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I will see you in the next video on Knowledge Topper. Until then, keep striving for professional success. Have a good day.